Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about something that's real, deep, and honestly, something that many people experience but rarely talk about. How to be happy alone? Especially as we get older, when friends drift away, family gets busy, and life slows down a little. It's one of those topics that touches the heart. Because let's face it, loneliness is tough. It's something that creeps in quietly, and before you know it, it becomes part of your routine. But here's the truth. Being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. It really doesn't. In fact, some of the happiest people in the world spend a lot of time by themselves. The trick is learning how to enjoy your own company, to build a life that feels full even when there's no one else around all the time. Embracing solitude as freedom begins with changing how you see the idea of being alone. For most of our lives, we're taught that being surrounded by people means success and happiness, while being alone somehow means you've lost something. But that's not true at all. Solitude can actually be one of the most peaceful and empowering experiences when you stop resisting it and start seeing it for what it really is: freedom. Freedom to move through your day without pressure, to think clearly, to rest when you want, to eat what you like, to spend your time exactly how you choose. It's a kind of quiet independence that allows you to live by your own rhythm instead of the world's. When you start to understand this, being alone stops feeling like loneliness and starts feeling like space. Beautiful, open space that belongs entirely to you. Think about it. When was the last time you really listened to your own thoughts without distraction? When you're constantly around others, your energy is always reacting to conversations, to emotions, to expectations. But when you're alone, your mind begins to settle. You start hearing yourself again. And in that silence, you discover things you might have forgotten about. Small passions, memories, dreams that got buried under years of responsibilities. Solitude gives you the chance to return to those parts of yourself. It's like sitting with an old friend and realizing how much you've missed them. That friend is you. Many older people struggle with the quiet that comes with this stage of life. Maybe the house feels too big or the phone doesn't ring as often as it used to. But that quiet can become comforting if you shift how you see it. It's not emptiness, it's calm. It's the world giving you permission to slow down and truly experience life. You can wake up and enjoy your morning coffee without rushing. You can take a walk just because it feels good, not because you have anywhere to be. You can fill your home with music, cook your favorite meals, watch the sunset, or sit by the window and listen to the rain. These small, intentional moments start to feel rich and peaceful when you let go of the idea that you need someone else there to make them worthwhile. Solitude also gives you control over your energy. You get to choose what enters your space, what kind of conversations, what kind of activities, what kind of emotions. You're no longer caught up in other people's moods or drama. You can protect your peace and build an environment that nourishes you. Over time, this freedom becomes something you don't just tolerate but treasure. You realize that happiness isn't about how many people surround you. It's about how comfortable you feel when you're with yourself. When you stop trying to escape your own company and start enjoying it, you begin to see solitude not as something missing, but as something beautifully complete. Moving your body is one of the most powerful and natural ways to lift your mood, especially when you spend most of your time alone. Physical activity isn't just about staying fit or keeping your weight in check. It's about keeping your spirit alive. When you move, your body releases chemicals like endorphins and serotonin, which naturally boost your mood and help you feel calmer, more balanced, and happier. This isn't something that only athletes or gym goers experience. It's something anyone can feel, no matter their age or fitness level. You don't need a strict workout routine or fancy equipment to get started. Sometimes the simplest movements can bring the biggest changes. A morning walk, some light stretching, a bit of dancing to your favorite old songs, or even gentle yoga in your living room can transform how your day feels. Movement is a reminder that your body is still strong, capable, and full of life. It reconnects you with the rhythm of being alive. When you're feeling lonely or weighed down by your thoughts, the simple act of getting up and moving can shift your energy completely. You might begin your walk feeling heavy, but by the time you return, something inside you feels lighter. It's not magic. It's your body doing what it's designed to do. Use movement to heal the mind. Science has shown that regular physical activity reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety, improves sleep quality, and even sharpens memory and focus. It's like giving your brain a daily dose of sunshine, no matter the weather outside. If going outside isn't easy for you, that's okay. There are many ways to stay active right where you are. You can stretch your arms and legs while sitting in a chair, lift light weights or water bottles, or follow a simple movement video online. The key is consistency, not intensity. It's better to move a little every day than to push yourself too hard once in a while. The goal is to enjoy it, not dread it. Over time, you'll notice that your body feels stronger, your joints ache less, your sleep improves, and your mood naturally brightens. Even your posture begins to change. You stand taller, breathe deeper, and feel more present in your body. Movement also connects you to the world around you. If you can, try walking outdoors. There's something incredibly healing about feeling the ground beneath your feet, hearing birds in the distance, or watching sunlight filter through trees. Nature itself has a calming effect on the mind, and when you combine that with gentle exercise, it becomes a form of moving meditation. It reminds you that life is still happening all around you, that you are part of it, and that you're still capable of participating in it fully. Every step, every stretch, every small motion is a celebration of being alive. And through that movement, happiness begins to grow quietly and steadily from within. Creating something with your own hands or mind brings a kind of happiness that nothing else can replace. It's not about being perfect or producing something impressive. It's about giving your days a sense of purpose and direction. When you engage in something creative, your mind becomes active, your focus sharpens, and your thoughts shift away from loneliness toward curiosity and fulfillment. It could be something as simple as cooking a new recipe, tending to a small garden, sketching, knitting, writing, or even learning a new skill online. The beauty of creativity is that it gives you something to look forward to, something that belongs entirely to you. Every day you wake up knowing there's a small project waiting, something you can add to, improve, or finish. That quiet motivation can transform how you feel about your mornings, your afternoons, and even your evenings. When you create, you move from being a passive observer of life to an active participant in it. You stop waiting for joy to find you and start making it yourself. And that's powerful, because creativity doesn't just keep your hands busy, it feeds your spirit. It brings out the part of you that's curious, playful, and alive. You start to see beauty in little things again, the way sunlight hits your table while you paint, the smell of a dish cooking on the stove, or the satisfaction of finishing something you made from start to finish. All of it starts to fill your life with color and meaning. It's a reminder that life isn't just about what happens to you, but what you create within it. There's also something deeply healing about creation. When you pour yourself into making something, you give your emotions a place to go. Sadness, frustration, or even boredom can turn into something beautiful when expressed creatively. It's a quiet form of therapy that doesn't need words. You might find yourself painting memories, writing thoughts you never said aloud, or planting flowers that remind you of someone you love. Each act of creation becomes a conversation between your heart and your hands, and through that process, you heal without even realizing it. It doesn't matter if what you make isn't perfect. In fact, imperfection is part of the charm. What matters is that it's yours. It came from your effort, your imagination, your energy. The joy is in the doing, not the outcome. And as time passes, you begin to build a small collection of your creations. A journal full of thoughts, a garden full of life, a kitchen filled with new flavors, or a shelf with crafts and projects. Each one tells a story of time well spent, of moments that might have been lonely, but instead became meaningful. Creating gives your life rhythm, purpose, and beauty. It turns solitude into something rich and fulfilling, reminding you that even alone, you still have endless potential to grow, to express, and to make something wonderful out of the life you have. Connecting without depending means learning how to build meaningful interactions that bring warmth and joy without relying completely on others for your happiness. It's about finding balance, keeping your heart open to people, but also knowing that your peace doesn't depend on whether someone calls, visits, or checks in. For many older people, friendships naturally change over time. People move away, lives take different directions, and sometimes the circle becomes smaller. That can feel painful at first, but it doesn't mean your chances for connection are over. It just means connection may look different now. It might not be about having a large group of friends anymore, but about enjoying small, genuine moments of human contact that still nourish your spirit. Simple interactions can make a big difference. A friendly chat with a neighbor, a smile shared with someone at the store, or a few kind words exchanged with a stranger. These little moments might seem small, but they remind you that you're still part of the world, still seen, still connected to life around you. You don't have to wait for deep friendships to feel that sense of belonging. Every person you meet holds the possibility of connection, even for a moment. Over time, these moments add up and soften that feeling of isolation. There are also wonderful ways to create community again, even if you don't have close friends nearby. Joining a local group, taking part in a community class, or volunteering for a cause can open doors to meeting new people who share your interests or values. You might find yourself surrounded by others who, like you, are also looking for meaningful connection without pressure. Volunteering especially gives life a new sense of purpose. When you help others, whether it's serving meals, mentoring younger people, or simply offering a listening ear, you shift the focus from what's missing in your own life to what you can give. That giving creates a deep sense of fulfillment and reminds you that your presence still matters. Technology can also be a bridge to connection. While it can never fully replace face-to-face interaction, the internet offers countless opportunities to connect with people who understand your experiences. There are online communities, support groups, and interest-based forums filled with people from around the world. Sharing stories, advice, or simply a kind word can build bonds that are surprisingly real. Many people have formed genuine friendships online that bring joy and companionship into their lives. What matters is staying open, being willing to reach out, to listen, to share, even in small ways. Learning to connect without depending also means protecting your own peace. You don't have to chase relationships or feel hurt if others drift away. True connection starts within. When you already feel content in your own company, every new interaction becomes a bonus, not a necessity. That's when relationships feel lighter, more natural, and more joyful. You connect not because you're lonely, but because you genuinely want to share kindness, laughter, and life's small moments with others. Practicing gratitude and self-compassion is one of the most transformative ways to find happiness while being alone. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect or ignoring pain. It means choosing to notice what's still good, even in the simplest things. When you start paying attention to what's already in your life rather than what's missing, your entire mindset begins to shift. You start seeing beauty in everyday moments, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the comfort of a quiet morning, the smell of food cooking, the soft sound of rain outside your window. These are moments that often pass unnoticed when life feels busy or noisy, but when you're alone, you have the gift of truly seeing and feeling them. Gratitude turns ordinary days into meaningful ones because it trains your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. It helps to make gratitude a small daily habit. You can start by simply thinking of 3 things you're grateful for each night before you go to bed. They don't have to be big or special. Maybe you saw a kind face that made you smile, or your favorite song played on the radio, or your body felt strong during your walk. When you acknowledge those small positives, your brain starts to look for more of them. Over time, this rewires the way you think and helps you naturally see your days in a softer, more hopeful light. Even on difficult days, gratitude creates a quiet strength that keeps you grounded. It reminds you that life still holds little joys worth noticing. Self-compassion works hand in hand with gratitude. It's about learning to treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer to someone you love. As we get older, it's easy to fall into patterns of regret, guilt, or self-criticism, thinking about things we wish we had done differently or friendships that faded away. But holding on to those thoughts only deepens loneliness. Self-compassion invites you to let go of those harsh judgments and to understand that you've done your best with what you had at every point in your life. It's about forgiving yourself for being human. When loneliness or sadness comes, instead of pushing it away or blaming yourself, try speaking gently to yourself. Say things like, "It's okay to feel this way," or "I'm doing my best today." Those simple words can soften the weight you're carrying and bring peace to your heart. Living with gratitude and self-compassion also makes you more present. You stop waiting for big events to feel joy and start finding it in the now. Washing dishes, walking outside, drinking tea. These small acts become calming rituals when you do them with awareness and appreciation. Over time, this kind of mindful gratitude brings a deep sense of peace. You begin to realize that happiness doesn't come from having more people or more things. It comes from noticing what's already here and treating yourself with gentle care through every moment.